Good morning from Koper, Slovenia. Very early in the morning with a very early excursion. Today we are going to Lake Bled. And the weather doesn't look too promising. Hopefully we get the boat right in. We'll see. But right now we are going to go down to breakfast. Come along. We've arrived in O'Sheehan's for breakfast on deck 8. There's hardly anybody in here.
This is like the 24-hour joint, and you can get food here anytime. Or understand it. This way here, they don't have to keep the pizza station up at the Marketplace Cafe open all the time.
Right.
You can come to O'Sheehan's, but you can't
I
get
don't
pizza.
think O'Sheehan's has the vibe like the local, because the local, I think, from when we were on a Norwegian cruise, some of them were double-decker, some of them were not, but it was a lot bigger than this. But people get the idea to come in here instead of going into the buffet area or the MDR, especially when you have an early morning excursion like we do. Anything else you want to say?
No, they say it's going to rain here. There's like a 90% chance of rain today, but right now it is not raining. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that our tour that lands in Lake Bled will also be dry.
We have arrived in Koper. We're first ones off the ship, and we're headed to our excursion for the day. Beautiful ship. Our rooms aren't up there. These are the top 10 things to do here in Koper. Very big island there, Mr. Murph.
It's not an island at all.
Here is some tourist information for when you visit Koper, showing you the top 10 things to do here in Slovenia. It's a beautiful country, and we are on our way to Lake Bled. It's a picturesque dream for any photographer. Come along. Oh my God, look at that, Bled. Those mountains are completely covered now.
They have a cable car.
Oh, just what you need is another cable car.
To the deck.
Oh, very nice. Made it to the back of the parking lot. We just got dropped off and we're on our way up to the castle at Lake Bled. There's a little archery contest going on down there. They're practicing. Very beautiful day. There are all the archers that are going to do their little competition. And they're all set and ready to go on the practice field. Here we are at Lake Bled. We're at the castle. This shows you all the different things here inside the castle. And they have a website, and the grounds are surveilled to 24 hours, so no clowning around.
Oldest castle here in Slovenia.
That's right. How pretty. Oh, they have free wireless internet too. You can definitely get free internet while you're here. So that's a bonus. This architecture, look at this, you guys. Nice little shop over here, a little restaurant, little wishing well. All right, we're here for an hour, so we're gonna show you around.
We're here because of this guy up on the balcony, Struber, who wrote an alphabet book and the catechism back in 1500s, 1550. And that was the way to kind of mass produce books back then, so it was a very important thing.
Yeah.
Especially after the Reformation.
What you just saw is we're inside the printing press here in Lake Bled, where they make books. Look at this. Music notes. How cool is that? Wow. Very nice. Cool. This is all the bow and arrows. Nice. A little story going on behind us on how they make them. Very beautiful scenery. And you got some mountains with some snow caps in the background.
Gotcha. Oh, there you go.
Selfie sticks already.
Yeah. Nice. There's the church. Very cool.
This means with
All the archers.
right.
And here is a better view. It is the church in the middle of the lake, which is why Glenn wanted to come here to Lake Bled.
That's right.
Show him them.
This way is the town.
If you come over this way, you can see the town. So pretty.
What's that over there?
Ski
Like a
jump.
mountain coaster.
Yeah, maybe a ski jump.
Could be a ski area.
Very pretty. If we had more time, we would be going out there to the church, but we got limited time. Place to eat, place to walk around, place to see things. This is definitely worth the trip if you come to Slovenia. I believe it was 32 euros, about that, for 2 people.
38.
Okay, so I stand corrected.
It was $19 per person.
Definitely worth the trip. Very, very beautiful. It's a church inside the castle. Wow. You can tell it's aged, Glenn. Inside the museum tells you about the story of Castle of Bled. It's the oldest castle here in Slovenia. Wow. I can see why I'd say it's the oldest castle. This is all the renovations they've done over the years. Really neat. What do you think?
Pretty cool. Let's
Right?
go this way.
This is the landscape exhibit. And there's artifacts from animals that roamed the earth back then. This is the ironwork products that they used back then. Some garments, adornments of gold. And then in here, got more artifacts. These are what the workers were like back then. Very neat. Here's a Slavic family from the 7th century. And there's some jewelry of antiquity and how they protected themselves from evil and misfortune. And bronze and silver and cast, enamel hammered and incised. And there's our soldier. That looks pretty cool too. Directly across the water is the famous church that sits out in the middle of the water. Very picturesque. You can actually take a boat ride over and back for a number of euros. All the dogs are going in the lake, and so are some people, which they're very brave to do that. But over here, believe it or not, there is a sign that says bathing water, and it gives you the quality of the water. It's pretty neat. How nice.
One.
Oh, look at the swans. Wow. They're beautiful.
Aren't they cool?
Yeah. Look how majestic they are. We're actually right up on them. Hi, baby. Nom 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 nom. Hi. You gonna pose? Oh, good girl. Good girl. Town of Bled. Lots of restaurants and bars, things to do. This is our pickup spot in an hour, so we're gonna go find some food. We've made it into market on the lake. We've got some caprese rolls. He's got his hard seltzer. I've got a Pepsi with the lime. And this is the famous Bled Cake. Original Bled Cake, established in 1953. And you definitely got to try it because they say it's a piece of bled. You know, I hope you guys are enjoying these kind of vlogs because I'm not the extemporaneous speaker like he is. How is it?
Got a lot of flavor. I don't think there's any meat in there, but I like extra sauce anyway. So, sauce and cheese, nice crispy crust. Be a good snack to hold us over till we get to Ljubljana. Oh
Wow.
boy.
So, they say you have to try it. Our tour guide had mentioned something about 2 layers of cake or something that he couldn't figure out what the word for it was, but the top is very crusty. So I'm gonna go down here. There's the cream, there's the white. Oh.
When I said cracker, he said it's really not a cracker. Oh, but I can't do that either.
Hang on.
It's definitely a cracker on the top and the bottom.
So what do you think?
It's like coconut custard pie.
Not
What
even
else?
close. Maybe custard pie? Do you taste coconut? Because I don't.
I was about to say coconut custard pie without the coconut. Numbskull?
What is this?
Cracker, like you.
That's a very different cracker.
Mm-hmm.
It's very thin, it's very light, very fluffy. And it's very messy.
Messy.
So if you ever come here to Lake Bled, definitely try that cake. It's well worth it.
As a matter of fact, the first city to be built here was built by the Romans, and they actually built it up here. So just where you see the bus right now, I don't know if you're able to see, there is an inscription in white, and it's actually written Praetoria Emona. Emona was the name of the Roman city, and over there is the entrance. There are the walls of the city and the entrance to the old city. Up there, that street where you see the buses was called Cardo Maximus. It was the main street in town.
Yeah.
There's the Cardio and the Decumanus. On the back side, we have still, due to excavations, we have visible a baptistry from the 1st century, which is one of the, there's not a lot of them in the world, but is a very important, let's say, because it was the first signs of Christianity, and we have.
Directly in front of us is the Philharmonic Academy. And what was the year again, Glenn?
1701, but it's really 1669.
Wow.
Because that's when the Jesuits landed here.
Right, and then
You know
over.
anything about the Jesuits?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
and then over here to your right, what is that?
I'm not sure what that one is.
Isn't that a parliament building of some type?
Kind of looks like a hotel.
No, I know
It's not a
Are
hotel.
you sure you're sure?
I'm
That's
positive.
Peter.
University of Ljubljana.
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 Ljubljana. Say it 3 times real fast.
No. Located in Congress Square, built in 1919, the oldest and largest university in the country. Administration and faculty are in there with 23 faculties and 3 art academies across the city. Ljubljana University.
When we bought the castle.
That is the castle of
They bought the castle,
Ljubljana.
everybody was outraged. They got, why we spent money on a bunch of stones? It's just like we should actually demolish it. Plečnik, which is one of the best architects and most famous architects of Slovenian architecture, he was also the one who refurbished part of the castle in Krachany in Czech Republic. He wanted to build our parliament up there. He called it the Cathedral of Freedom. And if you find the 10 euro cents, Slovenian cents, there is this conical shape on the back. That's actually the project he wanted to build up there. Later,
The river of Ljubljana. River looks pretty dirty to me. Ooh. Very picturesque though.
they built a special church, which was a church.
Cobbler's
for
Bridge.
everybody.
Used to be a wooden bridge, connected 3 town squares,
Could actually
and they
pray.
replaced it with a cast
Jewish,
iron
Muslim,
bridge.
Christian, whatever. It's I forgot the
Very
name.
nice.
Ecumenical, thank you. It's beautiful because it's so art nouveau. Really nice.
It's a really nice bridge.
This Cobbler's Bridge, you can't pronounce things without vowels, right?
No
So
vowels.
how would you read TRG?
Trig?
Very good. Third. It's actually an ancient Illyrian name. The root is from Illyrians, and it means market. So if you go to Trieste, its original name was Terg Estum, or Market of the East, Illyrian and Latin. So it is actually a word that we adopt as our Slavic word. It means market. So in reality, the street is called market because in medieval ages, the market was actually done on the street. And still this cross section here, it's called Mestni Trg, or market of the city. From here on, it's called Stari Trg, or old market. And then it starts to go uphill, and it's called Gorni Trg, or upper market.
We've made it inside Pop's Pizza, which happens to be number 50 out of the top 50 pizza shops around the world. We've got a really nice menu. But what we're gonna get, I don't know. There's lots to decide from. Well, we found something pretty cool here, guys, here in Slovenia.
What is it?
This is the Vega Pale Ale. It's non-alcoholic. There's no alcohol in it. 0.5 volume. And they describe it as an amber ale. And it smells really good.
Like Sam Adams.
I agree.
Amber ale.
It's definitely like a Sam Adams. It was actually inspired by a mathematician, Georgi Vega, who was a trigonometric master. So if you like math, it might actually be smarter than me.
Wonderful.
All right, here it is. We got the nice Caesar salad,
With my fried chicken, I demanded.
fried chicken that he insisted on getting, and last but not least, we're gonna film it live when we're eating that pizza right over there to tell you if it ranks in the top 50 around the world. And if it does, NEPA Pizza Review, you better come out here to Slovenia and try this pizza. What a rip.
Alright, so unlike some European countries, I believe that they cut it in pieces for us. Look at that. I did ask them for extra tomatoes on our pizza. The mozzarella cheese is cut very coarsely. And it kind of melts on the slow side that way. Let's see here. Fresh basil, leave it on top if you like that. And Very tomatoey. I'm loving it. So, I don't know, in my opinion, that it's the top 50 in Europe. It's supposed to be one of the top 50 pizzas in Europe, here in the capital of Slovenia, Ljubljana. And Lucia, you have pizza on your face. How'd you do it? I mean, perfect. She decided to be a folder and fold her pizza, so she's eating it like double time.
I don't think it belongs in the top 50. I've had better pizza.
Well, there you have it. Better pizza to be found somewhere else in Europe.
Okay, so let me give you my real opinion about Pop's Pizza. I like a sweet sauce. I don't like a tomatoey based sauce. And I get that we had the margarita, but the slices were cut way too big. It was very good and very filling for 2 slices, but if it doesn't taste like my mom's, or at least my relative's Buana's pizza, I gotta give it a hard pass. The salad dough was out of this world. You know, the chicken that they put on it was fantastic. So I thought that was the best chicken Caesar salad I had in a long time. What do you think?
I really enjoyed the salad and the pizza and the IPAs.
The non-alcoholic beer was a hit. I'm so glad everywhere we go now, we're finding these non-alcoholic drinks. They are really good. And that one, I would drink it all the time, but not that many ounces. Because when you try these beers, you don't want to drink that many ounces. You want to have it as a taste more than a guilty pleasure. Now, we're going to head on back to the van where we're going to meet Peter. And we're going to head back to the cruise port. And then once we get back on the ship, let's see what other kind of trouble we can get into on the last night of the cruise. Maybe you shouldn't be smoking. All right, Mr. Murphy. Why are we still here?
Because I ate the pizza and you didn't, remember?
No. Why are we still in port, Mr. Murphy?
Because we had to wait for these 2 bus groups over here. They were supposed to be here at 6:30 and it was now 6:40. They just got on the ship.
The gate is closed, but the gangway is still down, and I think they're starting to pick it up as we speak. And I think everybody is back on the ship or is about to get back on the ship.
Yep, they're all here now.
All right, so now we're going to figure out what's for supper tonight.
We're going to go to the main dining room and see what they got.
Cool. In the MDR for the first time on this cruise and the last time of this cruise. We've got some pretty good selections. Nice to see the Cagney Steakhouse menu as part of it. And they are busy. What do you got there?
These are some seared sea scallops. They look like bay scallops, though.
Yep. And I got the cheese ravioli.
Looks like you got some sun-dried tomatoes on there, huh?
Yep. That looks good.
Oh yeah, we got some balls of goat cheese in there. Looks like some eggplant, roasted peppers, maybe a zucchini.
Looks good. And I got the Caesar salad. What you got there?
This is my lemon pepper shrimp over orzo.
And I got the filet mignon with broccoli and sweet potato Caroline.
Ay.
Go ahead.
Growing up, all the sherbet I ever had was orange sherbet. When I started to work at Catalanos, I would have lemon ice, which was better than sherbet. And here I've got some raspberry sherbet.
Was it worth the wait?
No.
You will always get raw, unfiltered content out of his mouth, ladies and gentlemen. This is my Nutella creme brulee. Never had it.
Nutella, it's gotta be good, right?
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Cruise has come to an end, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on.
We still have one more day. Tomorrow we disembark and we land in Ravenna, which is 3 hours from Venice. So
At least 2.
At least 2. So if you're going to cruise Norwegian Pearl, I keep saying gem. If you cruise the Norwegian Pearl, just be advised that they do not disembark in Venice. They disembark in Ravenna, and your choices are to either go to Venice or Bologna. Today was an excellent day. Get your guide, Peter. Fantastic. That guy knew his history in and out, up and down, left and right, without a flinch. The food we ate was good. I didn't think that the pizza was a top 50 candidate because I've had better, but I beg to differ. It was still good. Dinner in the MDR tonight was good. The service was a little, but overall it was good. I really enjoyed the Nutella creme brulee. What are you doing?
I'm putting a blue tag on our big bag.
Let me see it. So, when we got on the ship day 1, we asked to be the first ones off. We are not. We got blue luggage tags, which is like an 8:30 disembarkation. Oh well, what are you going to do? Once the cruise is over, next Sunday we're going to do a live episode of our pros and cons of the NCL Pearl. I already have my cons written down. He'll give you all the pros. But overall, Glenn, what are we rating this cruise on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would give this cruise a 8 out of 10.
And you'll find out why next Sunday. But for now, good night from Slovenia. We're on our way to Italy. And we'll see you tomorrow in Italy. Hopefully we have something to share other than a room tour.